started this whole video and nothing recorded. Okay, so I just want to say this. Now, there's certain things or whatever that agitate me. And one thing that pisses me off or whatever is when people do stuff to try to get a reaction out of people and claim that they're empaths. Now, empaths are very, 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 very rare. Empaths are like, how do you say, a needle in a haystack. When you meet an empath, they're very, very open. They're very humble. They're very nice. Because they're openly open, you'll get a sense or feeling that you can trust them. It's just like they have an angelic spirit about them. Hyogas, or from what I did research on, Hyogas are a little bit different upon meeting people than regular empaths. We're more quiet or whatever, and we prefer to be like hermits. It's like we don't have to sit-ins, but only for a limited time. And if we are, we don't really engage that much unless we just feel like we can, unless we find another empath, we'll just say that. So this is what I want to say. Empaths, just because a person says they're an empath doesn't mean they're an empath. You'll know an empath when you see an empath because they'll be like unlike any other energy that you've ever been around. I don't give a darn how much people can get online and talk about God and the Most High or Jesus or whatever, or just in general. People can have all the knowledge in the world. You'll know an empath by the way that they act and their soul and spirit, regardless of how mad that they get, because a lot of empaths experience empath rage. Even Yahshua did when he was around a lot of fake people and seeing how silly they were, and he flipped over tables. So I would just say that. But this is my thing. People who are very, very, very demonic and they know your energy, they like to poke the bear to try to get a reaction out of you or whatever. If you really just look at people, you'll come to know it's certain people or whatever. They just, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure. I ain't even gonna try to figure it out. All I say is that people just work for the devil. But there's certain people, and I would never do certain things. And people can say all day that I know you would never do something, but I would do it. Okay, so then you would do it. You a demonic person. So it is what it is. Just claim to be this. Stop acting like a light worker. So we'll say that. But people just do silly stuff. They'll act like they're for you, and then totally lie on you, and they just do like real silly stuff. I don't like people that poke the bear and say certain things subliminally to get a reaction out of people. Then when you react, they try to act like they the big. It's a narcissistic trait. So that's what I'm saying. They never admit that they were wrong for doing it. If I'm wrong and I know that I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I was wrong. And you see me do it online before or whatever. A couple of go over some of my videos, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done it. Even some I deleted. But it's just like people just do like real silly stuff and think that they more than what they are. So we'll just say that. And I'm not talking about no silly stuff like confidence stuff. I'm talking about people, they really don't see themselves as who they really are, and they try to comfort people. And I'm gonna put some pictures on my Facebook page so you can see. There's certain people like Whoopi Goldberg or whatever, and I'm talking about this person because they're deceptive. But Whoopi Goldberg, don't try to come in my skin and my hair or something like that. But you look at Whoopi Goldberg, because they know it's magic being done, or just in general. You look at Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg has smooth, flawless skin and a head full of thick hair, locks, whatever. But after the money and the career, that's where it stops, right? Like, what else after that? Okay, so you had that, but what about your... Never mind, I'm not finna say that. All I'm gonna say is people, they kind of like cross certain boundaries or whatever, and they start, because in order for me to really just peek at a person's appearance, their arms, do whatever, I'm not gonna really get into all that or whatever. It is what it is. People can be living a delusional world all at once. The only problem I have is like dealing with people who are practicing that dark magic. It's like people who dabble in dark magic, they feel like that's the solution to everything that they want, or to go against somebody. Me, if I have a problem with somebody or somebody offends me, I'm coming to you and I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna, how do I say it? That's like a terror. It's a certain terror or whatever. She caused a lot of drama in the terror community. She poke at people that like to act like the victim. She has numerous amounts of videos made on her, and it's not out of jealousy. It's just she does certain things. And before she did it to me, I was going against. Before she did it to me, I was going against the people in the videos, like, why they keep making videos on her, blah, 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 blah. I had to see it for myself and experience for myself. So I was like, oh, okay, so that's why they doing it away because she's silly or whatever, and just and manipulative and evil and wicked. So we'll just say it. But it's just like people do things and then think that magic is solution. It's certain people, like I sing and I play my music every now and then, maybe every other day, so when I'm off or early, whatever. I don't play it all day long. And people will do magic because they think your music's too loud. Instead of just telling you they think your music is too loud. But it's a guy over there that plays music every day, all day loud. And but they say I have a neighbor that's doing magic on me because the music's too loud. And somebody else said it's somebody doing magic on my throat chakra. They don't like the way I sing. I mean, not they don't like the way I sing. They don't like it when I sing. They jealous of my voice. So they doing magic to try to take that away. And I heard that way back. That's why I say people just do silly, silly stuff. When I was younger, I had a real nice voice. And then I noticed my voice would go away or whatever. Every now and then I couldn't hit those high notes and stuff. And then I realized, like when you come to awakening people, they'll do magic. They'll try to take every gift in you away. When I know that people are doing throat chakra magic, try to silence me or whatever, when you listen to throat chakra music, it'll clear that out or whatever. Or somebody trying to stop your intuition, you listen to third eye chakra music. That's what the advice I was given. So I did it because I don't know too much about occult practices. Just certain things like chanting instant karma spells. So people that's why I say people just do silly stuff. And if you've been following a certain particular people, you'll notice if I post something, they'll try to poke the bear in their readings. I put instant karma spells on my page, and the person I called out before on my channel, I just deleted the video or whatever, because it's like once I check a person, I just don't want to really leave it up there unless it's just a video or something. But I don't, once I check it, it's like, why leave it on there or whatever. I said what I had to say, God will expose you in the end. But it's just like they'll go on their platform and be like, people try to make homemade karma spells, just like little digs that it just like they just do like real silly stuff. But and then you call them on it, they'll act like the victim. But God knows what you're doing, and if you were talking to God, then He would check you before you even do that. That's why I said you have to be careful who you really play with and who you listen to. If a person has angelic beings around them, and the Most High is giving them messages, and especially if an angel is talking to you directly, first of all, you would be in you would be inferior and be like, I better not do this because I know I have a highly spiritual being telling me stuff or around me, and I know that they're going to punish me for this, so I better not do it. The only way you're going to get on your platform, and you know future, past, whatever, and you know, okay, you're in the presence of spiritual beings, but you send up the line or somebody envious or somebody and acting like you not and all this other stuff, and like you just so high and mighty and down talking people that you know are true messengers of God, is if you have demons telling you that. Wouldn't that make more sense? It's like a person who has a job and their boss is working right next to them. It's like you're gonna put on your best behavior in general because you know that the person has the power to fire you or keep you on. That's like a person having a boss next to them and they just not working or they lagging off. But you know that if your boss see you, then he gonna tell you something. So that's what I'm saying. Just use your common sense. People just do real silly stuff. But and I'm trying. The best way for me not to respond to certain things is just to stop watching certain people, because it's like when people do silly stuff, it's like you have to respond, and people give good advice and they'll tell me to ignore it or this person need healing, but if it's happening to you, some people it can happen to them and they can master it and just ignore it. But it's like if somebody on their platform lying about you, you know good and well you're going to address it. That's like people who make fake accounts on certain people. You get on your platform, you're like, this person is making a fake account on me, blah, 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 blah. You have to address it so people know that it's not you. So if people lying and you hear about it, you have to say it. But I get good advice on how to ignore it, but it's hard. People can say you have an anger problem all day, but those people not getting gang stalked. Anybody knows that anybody who's been gang stalked for a long amount of time, especially when it comes to neighbors, and it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual and it's a cultic thing. But it's like when you go do certain things, Anybody who's not going through that, like, ooh, wish it would stop, blah, 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 blah. You have people sitting outside your house all day, blowing horns every time you post, or laughing, or whatever, or magic, or just in general. You have certain people doing it, follow you every time you leave out. And watch. It's like, how you just gonna be calm about that? I can get on my platform and say all day, I'm finna ignore these people, blah, 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 blah. But then it's like you can't really live your life because you always have eyes on you. Not like no life like party life, but it's like you don't want certain people in your business, especially the money people that's doing magic. I don't care if I have a platform and I'm online talking about it. That don't matter. Everybody deserves or has the right to privacy. If you don't like what somebody has to say or dress them dead on, why would you do magic in the background? Only a coward would do it and hide their hand. That's the money traits of the devil, because Satan likes to hide. He likes to do stuff in the background and be deceptive and hide who he is. That's how the money people are. They'll lie on you and do stuff in the background, do a magic spell, silence or whatever, but never address you dead on. And I want to clear this up. When people are saying that people are doing satanic prayers against you, like church people or whatever, and I explained this to my grandmother the other day in the car. When people say that, it's people that all get together and gather around and they're saying prayers like, we want this person silenced, they're misleading people, blah, 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 shut them up, may their platforms be shut down, may they may not spread any more information, blah, blah. So that's a satanic prayer, because those type of people that are doing stuff like that are deceptive, and they know the truth about you. They know you're a real messenger. They just don't want to be exposed for the liars and the demons that they are. So that's why they start going into praying about that. That's why I say people like that are demonic. Unless you're getting together and you praying against certain people that are misleading people, real people that are being deceptive and manipulative and practicing the code against innocent victims and praying against case offers, then you work for the devil. That's like me getting on. That's like me going in the background and doing the prayer that the church will wake up and they'll stop passing the collection plate around, and he'll stop saying God don't bless you to get money out of you just so he can go buy a jet or something like that. But people don't see people like that as the money because they are part of it. And it's no way a person can be that dumbed down, especially if the truth has been revealed, that you just don't see it and that you just personally choosing not to see it. So we'll just say that. I just wanted to get a couple of things clear. I gotta go to the store real quick and I'm going up the street to the flea market. So that's all I gotta say for now. People just, like I said, they like to stay in delusion and illusion. But it's like, if you want to do that, then just do it. But don't bring me into all that madness. Next one, I'm sorry.